War Thunder, a game where there are more options than there are in your life. A game where the amount of content milk in it is enough to make cowboys decommission. Hey internet, I'm the voice in your head, Ghoody. Here's the deal. I'm gonna introduce the candidates and then we'll go over and review them one by one and rate them. At the end, we'll see where we ended up. Okay, let's go.
Disclaimer, these rankings are based on visual opinions of me and the community and not the vehicle stats. Enjoy.
To kick things off, we'll start with the Russian reaction to the moon landing, the Object 279. Now, this thing firstly looks like a UFO, then lastly like a tank. They say it's nuclear bomb resistance, which, hey, up for debate, I guess. I think we could give this a solid B. Now, if you have the issue of seeing the rats or germs in your ground RB games, I suggest you look at our next candidate, the FV4005, or as we like to call it in the HQ, the Glen 20 spray on tracks. This thing has a 99% power to erase your germs. It looks like a brother from another mother of the KV2. I mean, this thing has his brother's death stare, no doubt. A solid and a powerful S tier. Now, if I could have your attention here, we're gonna look at a good and new 1988 Toyota Van Lee or the Kachi, the standard Japanese family truck with amphibious powers. Looks like if you give a kid crayons and telling him instead of eating them to draw a floating box. It's not cursed or uncanny, it's just a box. So, F for me. After selling the family truck, we have a very cute and deadly creature, the American Hotel. Aw, how could such a lovely thing hurt anyone? I think the Americans realized the Soviet naming system is not that bad to try, huh? I mean, the Americans do the same thing with everything having an M in its name. Like, look at this. It's an F for me. Sorry, but you're not weird enough. Now, speaking of pure Soviet engineering, we got the Su-100Y, or aka Stretch Boy. You cannot convince anyone that this thing was a new design by the Soviets, if this is your outcome. If so, then I'll go and my special drawing application, aka Photoshop, and make the new KV3. Look at this. This is brilliant. But this is a good try, so I'll give it B, I think. It would fit it, yeah. Mentioning one-shot tanks, we should remember the big boy of German engineering is here. The Sturmmauser. This thing has a smaller hole than some of the big stars in the corn industry. Packs a solid visibility of, I kid you not, 111%. Has the most Chad looking face in the whole game. I'll give it an S, no doubt. Please don't kill my family. Closing the ground vehicles with the Zeus of our list, the ZSU-57-2 is the beginning of, gosh, what's the best way to put it? The Soviet GFY program, which if you don't know, it's the Go Fuck Yourself program, which was aimed at anything that wanted to enter the combat zone. Now, Zeus is the literal meaning of Iron Dome. I mean, I wouldn't have balls to launch anything other than AGMs from a good 5 kilometers away at it. B. Now for our first candidate, we got the legendary flying Dorito, the B-50. Imagine. We got the HO229V3, which from the distance looks like an owl. The Dorito has a very crunchy design and we'll get an S for it. Now remember kids, smoking is bad for your health, but flying it is totally fine. The Yak-15, which looks like a vape with wings, is a cursed plane to say the least. This plane looks and smells like tobacco. B is my final answer. Now plug your ears, cause we're gonna break some noise. The BV-15B1 is the most noisiest fucking plane in this game. Shut the fuck up! Thank God I didn't put fuel in it. The plane just looks like they wanted to add 2 extra intakes for the engine and was like, okay Hans, just make them the engine. Other than that, it's just nothing. It's just an annoying thing. F. Now that with that noisy bitch out of the way, we got the P-61C1, the Black Widow as they name. I think it suits it perfectly because this thing looks like it used all the poor spouse's money to do beauty surgery and got scammed hard. So B will suit it. Ooh, what does that sound I hear? I hear a boat in the sky. I wonder what it could be. Holy shit, it's a cruise boat with wings. I mean, this thing is so astronomically big. I think it would make the C5 jealous. And I think if Gaijin wants to add Moabs, I got a German candidate. Ladies and gentlemen, clap up for our S tier, the BV238. Mentioning Germany's questionable engineering, we have the Do 335B2 with the biggest identity crisis I've ever seen. The fact that this thing works shows nothing is impossible. S tier for me. Now, while writing the script for the video, a fucking fly was bothering me and I killed it. It broke the fourth wall. We have bugs in War Thunder too, I thought. Meldies and Bentelman, the J7W1, the most bug a plane can get. I want to see this have antennas too. This thing is a good B tier. Now, talking about the J7W1, I couldn't help but notice the obvious R2-D2 in the room. The XP55, the ground zero of back props. Now this is what years of McDonalding P51s led to. S tier.
Honorable mention.
KA-50 and the KA-52. I think the fact that the Russians figured out a way to eject the pilots out of a heli is pretty impressive. So impressive that the US should learn a thing or two. But these are not uncanny or weird. So I'll put the 52 on cursed and the 50 on weird, for them having no back props and the 52 having two pilots sitting next to each other with a twin blade. Wow, this tier list is something. Now, this was my rating and somewhere taken out of the community. Now, I would like to ask y'all, what would you add to this tier list? Comment down below. Anyhow, I'm the voice in your head, Ghoody. Don't forget to subscribe. Over and out.